Hi, I'm Alan Sagano. I'm the president of ADS Consulting Group, and thanks a lot for joining me on this presentation for ADS Cloud Services. So as an overview, we'll go over what the ADS Cloud value proposition is, why you would want to use ADS Cloud, a little bit how it's designed, how it's backed up, how it's managed, and our cloud terms. So are you tired of managing your on-site infrastructure and worried about backups failing and not running properly, not knowing what your monthly IT costs will be, worried about physical security of your IT infrastructure? Do you have highly elastic computing needs? In other words, do you need to scale up quickly and then scale down quickly, maybe month to month? Or do you just want an IT infrastructure that just plain works? So welcome to ADS Cloud. We build out IT infrastructure and we perform some due diligence on some other cloud providers. And so we know the tough questions to ask. And coming back from there, we had some concerns about some of the following issues. The biggest one is not having visibility into the infrastructure to fix problems. At the end of the day, that's what we do. And as a client, most of our clients, they might want to know the gory details after the issue is resolved, but at the end of the day, when something goes down, they just want it fixed and they want it fixed quickly. Without having visibility end to end into the entire infrastructure, that's almost, if not difficult, impossible to do. So we wanted to make sure that anybody that's put on our cloud, since we own the infrastructure, it's not through any third party, we physically own it, we physically manage it, that since we have visibility into it, we can just go in and fix things. It also gives us a lot of flexibility in terms of doing anything custom. Anything that's supported on vCloud Director or in our infrastructure, we can tweak to make it happen. We also had concerns about how cloud providers were doing backup or not doing backup. We believe in we have disk-based backup, and in addition to that, we have off-site and offline backups. We feel those are very important, especially with crypto. If somebody were to compromise your infrastructure, they could delete your backups if they're still online, which is very scary. We also had some concerns about how the infrastructure was designed, single points of failure, lack of or scary uptime metrics, kind of unacceptable downtimes, and also security. We're also very big on security. So instead of going out to a third party for our cloud services, we decided to build our own. So it was launched in 2013. We have 100% uptime, something that we're very, very proud of. It's VMware vCloud Director based, and every client that's in the infrastructure runs in their own virtual data center. It's fully redundant, so anything that touches production, we have at least two of. So we have redundant firewalls, we have redundant ESXi hosts, we have redundant 10 gig switches, redundant power circuits, redundant internet connections. We are the Department of Redundancy for Redundancy. It's hosted in Las Vegas, in Switch Las Vegas. If you get a chance and you're actually in Vegas, call them and arrange a tour. It is an amazing facility. The reason we're actually based in Los Angeles, but one of the reasons why we selected Vegas is that it turns out that it's one of the most geographically safe areas in the country. It doesn't have hurricanes, it doesn't have tsunamis, very few earthquakes. They get an occasional flash flood there, but Switch is actually not at the low point of the valley. Actually, it turns out the Strip is, so they're a little bit above that. We have $500,000 invested in this infrastructure. This facility, we were just blown away by it. We have been to all the colos in Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, and Orange County area. This place trumps them all by a factor of 5 million. It's an amazing facility. If you get a chance, go out there, and if you are interested, we can actually also arrange a guided tour of the facility as well as our infrastructure. So how do we back up ADS Cloud? Well, all VMs are backed up to an Exagrid appliance on a daily basis, and the backups are kept on this appliance for 3 weeks on disk before they're overwritten. In addition to that, the VMs are also backed up immediately to tape. So as soon as we finish backing up from our cluster to the Exagrid appliance, then those backups are then immediately transferred over to tape. And then in addition to that, we do a weekly backup of our entire infrastructure, and then those tapes are rotated off site with Iron Mountain on a weekly basis. And those tapes that we cycle off with Iron Mountain are on an 8-week rotation. And if you have something that you want archived, we're glad to do that at an additional cost. So you can manage all cloud VMs in two ways, via the web-based management portal, or if you have an on-site vCenter server, you can also use that to manage our cloud infrastructure. Vast majority of our clients, we do all the management for them just because they don't want to deal with it, and we're happy to do that for them. So, but those are two ways. If you have infrastructure on site, you can also manage it. So we have clients that do either one or the other or both. It is very secure. It's a private cloud, so you have to establish a VPN, a site-to-site VPN, to access our cloud. You're not coming in on an unencrypted connection. Every client runs in their own protected virtual data center, and each client's traffic is isolated with their own VLAN, or virtual local area network connection. All the backups are encrypted, and traffic to and from the cloud is also encrypted. In terms of our terms, we're month to month. The way we price it is we figure out how much CPU, memory, and disk needs to be allocated to virtual data center, and then you can just slice and dice as you want. All the VMs are customizable. You can scale up and scale down. If you are running Microsoft licensing, Microsoft software products, the licensing is purchased month to month. So you're eligible to run the most current or previous versions of Microsoft software that you pay for. The way the licensing works is we're under with a thing called SPLA, SPLA, which is Service Provider Licensing Agreement. So if you have software assurance, you can run in our cloud without any additional costs. However, you can't take your on-prem licenses and transfer them over and run them on our cloud service, and that's a Microsoft rule, not our rule. So it is month to month though, and it does allow you to run the most current or any previously supported version of Microsoft products. So you only pay for what you use. In terms of our and cloud terms, all of issues directly related to hardware are included in the monthly charges, so we're not going to obviously charge you for maintenance that we have to do on the cloud or anything like that. Server monitoring is also included in the monthly charges. Backup is also included in the monthly charges. All other issues, if there's an issue that's specific to your VMs, then those are typically charged by the hour. Although we can do a flat rate too if you're interested in that. For more information on ADS Cloud, feel free to contact us today for a free quote. You can call me, Alan Sagano, at ADS Consulting Group. My phone number is 310-541-8584, extension 100, and then use the Find This Person Now feature to have the call forwarded onto my cell phone. Or you can email me, Alan Sagano, at asugano@adscon.com. Thanks a lot for listening, and we hope to hear from you soon.